Morning guys, thought I'd do a quick 10-minute video-ish. So I've just woke up, got a bit of a croaky throat today, don't really know why. I'm not unwell, I feel great, I feel brilliant. I'm booming with energy. Got me lovely butter coffee. Part of the reason I blend butter into my coffee, no sugar, is because I find that it makes me stay feeling full. I'm not constantly hungry. Obviously, when you're only eating once a day or twice a day, at first it can be a struggle. You're obviously craving all of the foods that you're addicted to. So I thought we'd have a quick chat. Oh, that coffee is lovely. You don't need sugar for coffee to be nice. Just blended butter. I do put a dash of milk and water in coffee, and I've got a machine that blends it. I recommend the machine as well. So, Dr. Anthony Shafee in the background. Dr. Anthony Shafee, look him up. He is fantastic. I use a couple of doctors. Dr. Ken Berry, which he's got 3.5 million subscribers. He's fantastic. I do recommend that anybody that is considering doing the carnivore diet, the keto diet, you must do your research. The best way to do research I've learned is to go onto these doctors' YouTube channels, go onto their live streams and listen to the question and answers. They're usually an hour long. I've been listening to Anthony this morning, he's fantastic. And you will get dozens of questions of people who are scared, they're worried about this diet, because it is a scary diet, because this diet is asking you to go against everything that you believe, that you have been taught since you were a child in the 70s. So I think most people that start considering this diet, the automatic thing they think is, oh my god, this is going to give me a heart attack, because of the lies we've been told about cholesterol. Oh, that's so nice. There's nothing better than your first coffee of the day. So I want to start off by just saying I am a success story. I've been on this diet for not far off 2 years. I never thought this diet was going to work. I definitely came onto this diet thinking, being skeptical, very skeptical. Yeah, I really was worried about cholesterol and eating too much meat, eating too much eggs, butter, all the stuff that we're told that we should not eat too much of because it can cause heart problems. So I was worried, guys. Yeah, but I was a desperate man. I was very unwell. I had very severe ulcerative colitis. I had even been told that I may have to have part of my colon removed and that I would be on steroids for the rest of my life, which was a shock, to be honest with you, because I was told this when I was in my 40s. I'm 57 now. Yeah, so you know, I was born in 1967. I'm a 57-year-old man. Yeah, so my stomach had ballooned, and my face had gone all fat, my blood pressure was high, my blood sugars were high, I had no energy levels, I was down on life, I was aching all over, I had pre-diabetes, and I was stiff all over. Like when I would wake up in the morning, I couldn't hardly walk down the stairs. That's how bad it was. Yeah. So I'll be honest, the main reason I went on this diet was to lose weight. Yeah, all the health benefits were a complete surprise to me. Now, we have to sort of turn back the clock on our own lives. Any of you guys watching this, obviously we are called Elvis Presley fan on keto. There's a reason for that. I run an Elvis channel called Defending Elvis Presley. On that channel, we discuss the diet quite a lot. Now, I don't really like to discuss the channel, the diet on the channel, because we're there to defend Elvis, we're there to discuss topics about Elvis Presley. I'm a lifelong Elvis fan. I've been a fan since I was a small child, so over 50 years. Elvis needs defending. I love defending him, but I also like discussing all different topics about Elvis. You know, anything Elvis, really, we will discuss it. You know, all the books, all the vintage footage, all the interviews. You know, we've even got a quiz book that we're going to go through. So Elvis is in the center of my heart. Yeah. So my thing is this: I still want to discuss the diet, but I don't want to discuss it too much on my Elvis channel that is defending Elvis Presley. Now, this is my sister channel, Elvis Presley Fan on Keto. So it's important to me that the people that are on my Elvis channel can come here and be comfortable to discuss the carnivore diet, the keto diet, to discuss their health problems, whether it be to lose weight or to get better, or to, if they've got type 2 diabetes, to help them come off insulin, off metformin. So I want my Elvis fans to be able to come to this channel and feel safe that they can talk about this diet, this carnivore diet, this keto diet. And this is why we are called Elvis Presley Fan on Keto, because I do want to link the two channels together so the Elvis fans can come here. Obviously, I'm an Elvis fan and I'm on Carnivore Keto. So it's important to me that the two merge, and I still post Elvis footage here on Elvis Presley Fan on Keto every day. So you're going to see a mixture of Elvis Presley footage, different topics that we talk about, and you're going to see me discussing the carnivore diet, the keto diet. So I thought I'd just have a quick chat this morning. Oh, that's too nice, guys. So, as I said, I'm 57. I was not in a good place. Now, we have all been taught that we need a balanced diet, that we should eat a bit of everything, whether it be bread or wheat or cereal or meat or vegetables or fruit, rice, pasta, just eggs, whatever, a bit of everything. A balanced diet. We've always been taught this, that we need breakfast in the morning, a cereal every morning. It's just stuff that we've grown up with. We've been taught that meat is bad for us if we overeat it because of cholesterol. We've been taught that butter is bad for us. Eggs, too many eggs are bad for us. Now, this couldn't be further from the truth. Now, when you first hear someone saying to you, meat is fine, eggs are fine, butter is fine, you do put up a brick wall. You think, nah, I'm going to get a heart attack. I'm going to die. That's just crazy. One of the first things I heard for the first year of me being on this diet is, you're going to have a heart attack. You're going to have a heart attack. We have all been taught incorrectly. We have been spoon-fed the wrong information about cholesterol, about the foods that are good for us, I would say since the 60s, yeah? And everyone goes along with it. And this, in my opinion, is why there is an epidemic of illnesses, heart attacks, type 2 diabetes, because we're all eating incorrectly. We're all overindulging on anything that's related to carbs and sugar. Carbs and sugar, if you overeat them, are very bad for you. It causes some serious chronic problems. I know that carbs cause my ulcerative colitis, because the minute I removed the carbs, the sugar, I went back to normal. Now, I had a very severe case of ulcerative colitis over 12 years. We're talking, I was going to the toilet 6 to 8 times a day. It's embarrassing for me to admit this. I was even leaking. I know it's too much information, guys. Even bleeding. Now, could you imagine how that made me feel as a man in his late 30s, early 40s? Because this actually, now, the more time I've thought about it, I've had this for more than 12 years. Because I remember having these symptoms, even in my late 30s. So now I just put these symptoms down to that I'd inherited it, or that I was just born unwell. I was so wrong. I was so wrong. The doctor said to me, you're going to be on steroids for the rest of your life. I had I can't even say the word. I went to the doctor. He did the usual, what they do when they check you, which is again very embarrassing. I'll be honest with you, when the doctor said to me, you've got ulcerative colitis, you're going to be ill for the rest of your life, you're going to need medication for the rest of your life, I was completely dumbfounded. I knew something was wrong because my energy levels were really bad, like an old man, like a 70-year-old man. Yeah, no offense to the 70-year-olds, because you can have amazing energy at 70 if you eat the right foods. I've learnt this, yeah, on carnivore diet, on keto diet. So I went home to my wife and I was like, oh my God, I've got an illness for the rest of my life. I literally couldn't believe it. I thought, right, I'm on the slippery slope now, from now, and it's only going to get worse. Yeah. Now it took me a while to sort of accept it. I had some steroids. I would use steroids every time I had a flare-up. I don't know if you know what a flare-up is, guys, but it's very uncomfortable. It's very embarrassing. You can't travel. You can't go out of the house. You're stuck on the toilet. It's painful. You bleed. It's just horrible. Flare-ups are absolutely horrible. Your whole body inflames. All of your colon inflames. It's one of the cruelest illnesses you can have. Yeah. So I just accepted it. So for over 10 years, I just knew that I had problems where I couldn't leave the house before a certain time. It was sad, guys. It was sad. I had a young, beautiful wife. I had young, lovely kids. And I knew that I had this embarrassing problem with ulcerative colitis. Anyway, let's jump forward. So I'm deciding to do something about it. I've had enough. I've hit a brick wall. My twin brother said to me, you look like you're going to have a heart attack. I knew I was unwell. I was getting these serious dizzy spells. The doctor told me I had pre-diabetes, high blood sugar. I knew something was wrong. My blood pressure was too high. It was well over 140. And the number one thing was the no energy. Yeah, always feeling tired and achy. And I also was very foggy. Like I wasn't clear-headed. So I find Dr. Ken Berry, I start watching his live streams, and Dr. Anthony Shaffe, who's behind me now. And bit by bit, I started to understand that we have been spoon-fed lies about what is good for us to eat since the 1960s. Yeah, I started to understand that wheat isn't good for you. Cereals are not good for you. Fiber is not good for you. I started to understand all the bad stuff that's in processed food, ultra processed food, and I started to understand that this lie about having a balanced diet where you eat a bit of everything is bullshit. I started to understand that you don't have to eat every couple of hours to have energy. That's not how the body was intended to work. The human body ancestrally was not supposed to be grazing like an animal in a field eating grass. We are designed to only eat once or twice a day. We are designed to have periods of fasting. Now, fasting puts people off. Oh, what's that, fasting? That's a bit weird. It's not weird. It helps your body regenerate. It helps your body reset and default so that you're autoimmune, so that you're, how can I say it? When you give your body a chance to recover, so basically having at least a 16-hour gap between meals, I would say every day. So my last meal is at 6:30 p.m. and then I won't eat again till the next day around 1:30 p.m. I eat twice a day now, but when I first started this diet, I was only eating one meal of fatty meat and eggs, of drinking water and some salt. The fat is very important. Then I started learning that things like margarine are poison, vegetable oils are poison, seed oils are poison. You must stick with the good oils, like olive oil is good, avocado oil, coconut oil, but the best oil, the best fatty, the best fat to use is the fat that comes out of your meat, whether it be steak, lamb, chops, chicken, that's the best fat. Bacon fat is very good. So I started to understand that fat gives you energy. I also started to understand about how the body, instead of it living off the sugar that you're constantly giving it, like bread, pasta, rice, potato, starts to live off the fats in your body, which is why you lose weight on this diet. I mean, we call it a diet, but it's more than a diet because it repairs you. So I start doing the diet. I'm very reluctant. I'm definitely thinking, oh my God, I'm going to have a heart attack. Yeah? So I'm scared. I'm on this diet. I'm scared. We've all heard the lies about cholesterol. Whether you guys believe me or not about cholesterol, just go and do your own research and you will very quickly, with a few hours research, understand why cholesterol is not bad for you. Cholesterol is good for you. Every cell in your body has cholesterol. Your body needs cholesterol. Your brain needs cholesterol. It's very important. So now damaged cholesterol, that's a completely different story, but the cholesterol you eat is very good for you. Salt is good for you. Not too much salt, but it's good for you. The fat in meat is very good for you. So people are conditioned to go, ugh, I hate the fat on meat. Ugh, I don't like fat. Well, this is so wrong because fat is very good for you. Every vitamin, fatty acid, every nutrient you could ever want is in meat. If you eat just fatty meat and water and salt for the rest of your life, you will be very, very healthy with no supplements needed. This is hard to believe, isn't it, guys? Because people automatically think, oh, you need your fruit. Fruit is very fattening. We're not designed to stuff ourselves full of fruit. There's a lot of sugar, fructose in fruit. Even vegetables. Too much vegetables isn't good for your stomach. People think, oh yeah, fiber, that cleans me out. It doesn't. It doesn't. It's a myth. We are lied to and encouraged to eat cereals of all different kinds, and it's supposed to give us energy, keep us healthy, clear out our colon. It's bullshit. None of it is true. We have been lied and lied and lied to for so long. It's ridiculous, and the whole world has fallen for it, and because of it, the whole world is unwell, and we have an extreme problem with type 2 diabetes, and when we're talking about sugar here, cancer. Sugar, in my opinion, causes cancer, and this explains the amount of people around the world, 1 in 2 now getting cancer. Look it up. Look up the mitochondria. Look it up. See how sugar damages the mitochondria. Do your research, because I can sit here, Louis at home in his kitchen, I can sit here all day and tell you that sugar causes cancer, that cholesterol is good for you. But if you don't do your research, you won't understand what I'm saying. You'll just think I'm a weirdo. Now, I started doing this diet. I was worried. I started fasting every day. So I was doing a 16 to 18 hour fast every day. And I could not believe I was having eggs and bacon, or I was having ribs, or I was having ribeye steaks, sometimes a bit of cheese, sometimes omelettes. You know, if you don't like eggs, a nice omelette, a prawn omelette. You can have fish, chicken, pork, steak, eggs in it. It's very simple. Salt, water, yeah? And at first I was eating once a day, 1 large meal a day. And I tell you what, this is no lie, I lost 6 to 7 pounds in the first week. Couldn't believe it. My stomach started to go down. The number one thing that stood out for me was the energy. The energy just like massively came back to me. I couldn't believe it. I literally couldn't believe it. I had this weird feeling like an 18-year-old. This exhilarating, like, and I've had that every day since I started this diet nearly 2 years ago. The other thing I noticed is that when I walk down the stairs in the morning, instead of walking down 1 step at a time like a 90-year-old man, I was running down the stairs. My body, my body had loosened up. These foods that we are encouraged to eat give us inflammation. When you eat the wrong foods, too much sugar, too much wheat, too much potato, too much starchy products, too much processed food, ultra processed food, your body has inflammation throughout, causing many problems, including my dizziness, including my ulcerative colitis. And I actually think if I had carried on as I was going to get arthritis as well. Now remember, I'm 57. Look at my skin. The other thing I noticed, my skin started to smooth out and my muscles started to pop a little bit more. I've always exercised, but I noticed that when I was eating carnivore diet, that my muscles started becoming more defined. I felt stronger. I had more energy to go for a run, to do weightlifting, to work around the house. I had got my spring in my step back. Something about me. I forgot my age. Where I used to think I was 55 when I started this diet, I was like, oh, 10 years, you'll have a heart attack. Most men die in their 60s. That's how I felt. I'm 57 now. I feel like I'm going to live till I'm 95. That's how crazy I feel. I feel like, yes, every day. You go and watch any of my videos, whether it be Elvis videos or carnivore videos or keto videos, you'll see that I'm full of energy. Yeah, I've woke up this morning at 6 a.m. and I will be full of energy for 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, full of energy because of this diet. So then I noticed that my going to the toilet went to normal within a couple of weeks. So I then knew that what I was eating had caused my ulcerative colitis that I'd had over 10 years, that I was on steroids. I stopped the steroids and I have never had a problem with the toilet ever since. Now, I will just quickly say, you do, when you adjust on the carnivore diet, when you adjust from eating all the sugar products like bread, pasta, rice, cereals, all that kind of stuff, and you adjust, there's an adjustment period where you probably will get some constipation. That's all part of changing your body from being sugar adapted, because we're all used to just filling our mouths with sugar. Remember, when I say sugar, I mean bread, pasta, rice, yeah, sweets, chocolates, all that crap, yeah, cereals, into being fat adapted. So at the moment, your body is waiting for you to give it lots of bread and sugar and all the rest of the cereals, sandwiches, etc., pizzas, burgers. Your body eventually learns to adjust and lives off the fat in your body. Fat gives you a lot of energy. This is why you lose weight. So I just literally couldn't believe it. I felt like I was 20 years old. All of my medical problems just disappeared, like my dizzy spells, my high blood pressure, my feeling achy, my anxiety reduced, my sleeping improved, my head became very clear, like really crystal clear, ping, and all because I'd stopped sugar, stopped carbs. Now, eventually, after 3 or 4 weeks, I'd lost all my weight and I was happy with my health. Everything had gone back to normal. My stomach had gone. My big balloon here had gone. I lost a good 1.5 stone. I just felt great. I couldn't believe it. It was a miracle. And then I started introducing a second meal. So then I would have eggs and bacon cooked in the fat of the bacon, and a bit of butter for lunch at around 1:30. And then I started eating the evening meal, which is generally steak and lamb ribs, eggs, yeah, and around 6:30. Then I'd do my fast every day, 16 to 18 hour fast every day, and I have never looked back. And then when I became really well, completely back to normal, I did introduce a little bit of fruit, like an orange or a plum or strawberries or blackberries. I had the odd nuts, and I would have the odd salad. Sometimes I would have a bit of vegetables, like with a roast dinner. I never eat potato. I never eat potato. I just don't agree with potatoes. They don't go right with me. So if you wanna have the best results on this diet, you do have to be carnivore at first, definitely, 100%. If you really want to lose weight, get well, reverse type 2 diabetes, because 100% this diet will stop you being type 2 diabetic, will take you off insulin, it will take you off metformin. Yeah, so if you want the best results quickly, like literally within a few weeks, you must not eat any carbs. Don't eat anything. No fruit, no veg, no nuts, none of that. Stick with fatty meat and eggs. Yeah? And then you'll see the results quick. As you've got into the diet, if you want to introduce a bit of the other bits, you must always stay away from carbs. Always. Sugar especially. No Doritos, no pizzas, all the stuff that you used to snack on, no snacking, no breakfast, and you will see the massive change in your life. You will be reborn again. This is how good this diet is. You will be reborn again. You will have your life back. Now, I've been very lucky here. I've helped many people. I've had a lot of success. I get people thanking me all the time for giving them this very simple advice. Stop the carbs, stop the sugar, start eating fatty meat, eggs and salt and butter. And I've got a lot of people that are very grateful. I am so happy that I've been able to help these people. Yeah, I'm such a lucky person to have met these people that just were desperate, were unwell, were very overweight, were unhappy, were very ill. Yeah, and they completely have turned their lives around through their own effort. This diet will give you back your life that you felt you've lost. This diet will make you feel how you felt as a teenager, full of energy, excited to face each day. It will literally transform your world no matter how old you are. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. This will turn around your life. And my last bit of advice, I'm not a doctor, so you must do your research. Every decision you make, you consult your doctor. You must get on these YouTube channels, Dr. Ken Berwick, Dr. Anthony Shaffe, and there's many others. Learn about fasting, why it works. Learn about why the carnivore diet works, the keto diet works, and you will be superhuman within weeks. Within weeks. So we are called Elvis Presley Fan on Keto or Carnivore because we have a brother channel called Defending Elvis Presley, and I want to link the two. This is why we have this name. So on this channel you will get Elvis content and you will get carnivore diet, keto diet advice. That's what we do here. Anyway guys, Louis in the UK, 57 years old. As the weather gets warmer, and when I do, I'll start showing you my exercising and just showing you how a 57-year-old man can have muscle, can do a run, and have as much energy as a teenager. Yeah, but it's a bit hot, a bit freezing cold in England at the moment. So that's it, guys. Thank you. All the best to you. Have a great day. And I'm going to be posting some Elvis stuff here today. I've already posted one very lovely Elvis footage of clips I found on Instagram. I've just posted it just now. I think you'll enjoy it, guys. We've got some lovely Elvis stuff on this channel as well. Take care, everyone. Please like and subscribe. Thanks a lot, guys. All the best to you. See you later, alligator.